YouTube. This is the Star, and hello for this week. So I don't actually have a lot to report. Whoops! Other than laptop sliding off my lap. One of these days I'll actually sort this out. So this is Teddy. This little guy is 30 years old. He's older than I am. Anyway, so I'm going to hide him because he needs some loving. As in, I need to make him a new bodysuit and I need to stitch him up some new stuff. But anyway, that wasn't the point of this video. I haven't got a lot to report this week. I have, it's not been a bad week, apart from Friday. I had an extra day off this week to do some stuff. I'm not going to go into it because I'm not. And I was giving my Daegu their new toy. I bought them the day before, and I found Tally curled up in her nest, and I thought she was asleep. She was not asleep. Tally has sadly passed from the land of the living to the land of the Rainbow Bridge, leaving a dilemma for Liara as to what I do with her, because Daegu don't do well on their own. But the introduction process is a very long and arduous one at times. It can go quick, it can not go quick, and it can cause stress. And Daegu are renowned for not doing stress very well. My two have survived a lot. They survived moving house. When I bought them, they survived a 40-minute car journey in which they got out of their box and decided to run around the bigger box that they were in, going, "What's going on?" They were adorable. They were small, tiny little, that big. And now, when Tally passed, she was about, if I can remember how big? Yeah, about that big. She was that was without her tail, by the way. She was a big girl. And she's lasted for 4 years, 4.5, I think, roughly. Yeah, it's more than 4.5 because there'll be 5 in June. And yeah, they've been, the two of them have met cats, which they'd never done before. They've survived moving from cage to cage to cage as I got them the cage they currently live in. But I'm not sure how they do with a new, which Liara would do with a new companion. So I'm going to give it a couple of weeks and see how she's doing, because if she's doing okay on her own, if she's happy, if she's chirpy, if she's still running around and there's nothing wrong, then I will not be getting another Daegu because she's happy on her own, and that's fine. If not, then I have the dilemma of, do I get another Daegu, and try and do the introduction process? Do I rehome her, or do I continue to try and see if she gets any better living on her own? All 3 of those options come with a host of issues to do with her. Now, I'm trying to look at this from the point of view of her well-being. I would love to keep her, okay? But if it turns out that I can't get another Daegu because Pets at Home at the minute have only got male Daegu and they're not willing to neuter them, because I did ask, and no vets that I've found so far, I'm going to look in the area offer neutering for Daegu, which would mean I couldn't get them anyway because I don't want lots of baby Daegu running around, obviously. That would be an irresponsible pet owner move and I don't want to do it. So if I can't get any females, then I will definitely have to look at rehoming her, which could be just as stressful as me getting a new Daegu and trying to introduce her and have it go wrong. And then living on her own will be stressful because they're social animals and they love living with people and animals and stuff like that talk to them and interact with them. And I have been interacting with her. I've been trying to pick her up. Liara has, since Friday, she doesn't like coming out of the cage. I'm going to leave her to mourn. So I've been feeding her treats, and I did pick her up today to check her feet because she was limping a bit, and it turned out that she was faking it because she was fine and she has been running around since. It's just she decided to. But I'm going to keep an eye on her. Again, I'm trying not to be an irresponsible parent. I'm not a parent. I'm a pet owner. I mean, it's a complicated thing and it's upsetting because I love my Daegu. They were the I've had pets before, but they were all ones that were bought for me by parents to teach me responsibility, or they were actually my parents. So like I had Carl and Duke. They weren't actually my dogs. Carl was my granddad's dog, and I loved Carl to bits. And if he wasn't my granddad's dog, he was my dog. If you get what I mean, he we adored each other, and I still love the dog to bits. Duke, again, was Dad's dog. Mum claimed it was hers, but he really was not hers. He loved Dad. He adored Dad. And again, if he wasn't Dad's dog, he was my dog. Mum said, "Oh, he's mine because I feed him all the time." It's like, yeah, but whenever Dad's coming home, he's more interested in Dad than you. When you go for walks, he responds to Dad or me, not you. So he's our dog. Um, And then we had Starbuck, originally called Jasmine because we were told by Pets at Home they were female. Yeah, they were. So we had Jasmine got renamed to Starbuck, and he was a beautiful English rabbit. And when I say English, I don't mean lop. He had black ears, black mask, black line down his back, black dots all over. He was a beautiful bunny. And he got killed by a Dalmatian, of all the dogs to attack it. A Dalmatian. And the owner genuinely didn't care. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, your dog came into our back garden and killed our rabbits. I think you care." But she didn't, and Dad and Mum didn't press it. Nowadays, I would have gone, "Bitch, I'm going to have your dog." I love dogs, but if you're going to let your dog off the lead and it's going to get into someone's back garden and kill a small animal, what's to say that it's not going to attack a child? Just think there. Yeah. Anyway, so Christine's bunny, I cannot remember the name for the life of me. Splotch, that's it. Splotch was a violent little son of a bitch. I have a scar, which I can't show you because I can't see it right now. But I do have a scar. It's probably further up my arm. But when I was off one day ill, we had the bunny. We always had the bunnies in the house in the front room. They would sit in the front room, and we'd let them run around and interact with us and all sorts of stuff like that. I was picking him up to put him back in his hutch and get him fed, and he turned on me and he bit me, and I did not like that bunny. That bunny did not like me either. That's fine. But that bunny turned out that he didn't like anybody because eventually he got rehomed because Christine didn't want him anymore, I think. And Grandad rehomed him to a farmer who bred bunnies. He said for pets, but I'm thinking that he was saying that to keep Christine happy. I have a feeling it was a meat breeder. I don't know. I never tracked it down. I I don't know. You can think badly of me for that, but he was not my pet, and he did me a lot of damage. So no, I genuinely didn't care. Sorry. Name me a horrible person if you want. Anyway, after that we got Simba. I got Simba because I got Simba when Starbuck was killed by the Dalmatian. My dad took me to Bedford to find a bunny, and we found one. And he was adorable, and he was the loveliest rabbit I ever met in my whole life. But again, my dad bought him for me, and I loved him, and I looked after him, and he was mine more than anyone else's, despite again what my mother said. And then I hand reared Yue because where I went to school there was a farm, and we raised show bunnies, and we took them to shows. And one of the bunnies had a albino baby, um, who I named Yue, and I helped rear it. And then when the time came, she came home with me. Um, Now, when stuff happened with my mum, I had to give Yue back to the farm for a bit, but it was pretty much just until we got a new house settled, because they wouldn't take Simba because Simba hadn't been born in the farm, so wasn't one of their bunnies and wasn't a show bunny, so they didn't want to know about Simba. So Simba came with us and Yue stayed there, and then I got a phone call 2 days later that Yue had died. Um, yeah, not happy. Not happy at all about that. And then 2 months later, Simba went missing. We went away to visit our grandparents on my dad's side, the ones that I actually visit, because, yeah, again, let's not go into that. And came back, and he was gone. He'd been pinched. So never found out what happened to Simba either. And then I waited about 10 years, and then I was like, Dad, I really want a pet. Well, you can't have a dog. Oh, okay, I get that. I can't afford a dog. Can't have a cat. I don't like cats. Again, I get that. Can't really afford a dog. I could have rehomed one, but which I've done with these two, who are, I'm just going to show you because this is amazing. I don't know if I can get you to see them. They have not sat that nicely for me for a while when I'm recording anything, so yeah. I'm not allowed mice because my nana doesn't like mice. Not allowed rats, doesn't like rats. Not allowed snakes, doesn't like snakes. Not allowed spiders. I was like, I'm not having a spider. God, idiot. No, I hate spiders. I was like, bunny? You can't put it in the garden. Like, okay, I can have an indoor bunny. And then I researched Daegu because I saw them one day in Pets at Home. I was like, they are adorable, and I want one. Can't have one, you have to have two. Oh, okay, I want two. So, months of planning, sneaking around, I got a cage in, thanks to my friend Colin. And that was birthday money that my nana had given me. And then Dad said, so what have you spent your birthday money on? I haven't seen it. And I was like, there's a cage in the next room and it's full of everything I need and I'm getting a Daegu. And he was like, alright, good. So I brought the two of them home, snuck them in the cage, and then literally Dad demanded to see them. In his own way, he was like, I don't need to see them. I don't need to see them. Can I see them? One of those kind of things. And whenever I went away to events, it was like, Dad, could you just feed and give them a couple of treats? And I'd always come back and they were fatter than they were when I left. Because they're only supposed to eat a certain amount of food a day, and Dad would overfill the bowl. And I swear he'd give them all the treats because he loved watching them play around. So, and then I moved, and the move was I was terrified that they were gonna, we had to flat pack the cage and bag it all up, and I went out and bought a cat carrier, put them in the cat carrier because the pet carriers are tiny, they're like that big. Camera's this way. Roughly. Not big enough for a Daegu that's the same size. So I bought a cat carrier. And they both went in there and they sat on my lap as Jeff drove me over here. And then they stayed. The first thing that came out there was like, I don't care about any of the other furniture. The cage comes out first because they're going straight in the cage. And in they went. And they survived that. The beautiful things. They survived that. And yeah, they survived a year and 8 months. Yeah. And that includes when they met the cats, which was in December of 2015. So the cats have been with me a year and a bit. and they're happy, as you can see. And I'm just sad that I lost Tally, but yeah. So, I went on a bit longer. I was like, I've got nothing to talk about at all today. I'm just going to sit in front of the camera and say, yeah, Tally died, and let's move on. And just, yeah, and I've talked about pets. So I'm going to say goodbye because this video is getting longer than I expected it to be. So, whoops. I will see you on Tuesday for the next Fallout video. And until then, I hope you have a good time and you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you Tuesday. Bye.